Good evening once again. We begin all new at 6 with an in-depth look at one of Buffalo's historic landmarks, a true Queen City staple, the Broadway Market. And the question tonight, should it be under new management? The Broadway Market sees 300,000 visitors a year, peaking during the Easter holiday. But a big concern, there are only 28 vendors there full-time, leaving a lot of empty space. Currently, the market has just one full-time employee managing it, and some say that person is being stretched too thin. Now, as leaders look to fill the market, turning it into a year-round destination, one lawmaker believes a new managing group could be a big help. Reporter Ali Tui leads us off.
Nuts are Pearl and Falius's bread and butter.
I sell almonds, cashews, pecans, all kinds of roasted nuts.
She's done so inside the Broadway Market for the last 6 years, but she also sells out of other locations, and for good reason.
If this was my sole income, I would have been bankrupt a long time ago.
Falius says business is abysmal.
All the people come back to the Broadway Market for Easter. It's a tradition. The rest of the year, you can shoot a cannon through this place and successfully not hit anybody.
That comes with new ideas and new leadership.
Buffalo Common Councilman Mitch Nowakowski is looking to improve the Broadway Market's image. He's introduced a resolution that would establish new management to oversee day-to-day operations and implement a new strategic plan. Currently, the market is managed by the city.
Right now, we have one city employee at the Broadway Market that's doing the job of probably 7 different folks. And really the spirit of that the resolution that I did was to make sure that we can have an entity inside the Broadway Market that can really capacity build.
Nowakowski is proposing to use $4 million in state dollars already allocated for the market to pay a nonprofit agency or team of individuals to take it over. The Broadway Market has been run by a nonprofit before. Why do you think this time it would be successful?
Yeah, that's a really good question, because the nonprofit that ran the Broadway Market before, its structure and appointments were vastly different from what we're viewing it today. Previous, the nonprofit had a lot of members and none that were super strategic on how to move the market forward.
Nowakowski says this time they'd look to hire an accountant and a lawyer, for example, meaning individuals with specific skills required when running a business. Nowakowski says another added benefit to new management is the impact it can have on the surrounding Broadway Fillmore neighborhood. Census data shows the average median household income in the neighborhood is $23,000, which is below the poverty line for a family of 4. Here's what Buffalo Mayor Byron Brown had to say when asked about the resolution and whether he supports new management.
This is something that we have been working on for 2 years in the administration. It is not at all a new concept, and we will be announcing shortly a new management concept that we have been working on for years. To just immediately go to new management doesn't happen by resolution. It happens by careful planning.
Like many urban settings, food insecurity is a problem in the city of Buffalo. Just last month, Bray Miller Market opened on Ellicott Street, about 2 miles down the road. It's privately owned and specializes in fresh local produce, but it also has a deli and prepared food section. Broadway Market vendors like Pearl and Falius would like to see more traffic inside this market year-round, and she supports new management. She just hopes it isn't another pie-in-the-sky idea.
I could see this coming around as an international food market. I could see it happening, and I could see it being a premier international food market.
Nowakowski is scheduled to meet with Buffalo's Office of Strategic Planning later this week. He says he'd like a roadmap to move the market forward by the first of the year. Reporting live in downtown Buffalo, Ali Tui, 7 Eyewitness News.
All right, Ali, thank you for your reporting tonight. Now, the city has invested a lot of money into the Broadway Market recently. It spent $1 million on the exterior enhancement project to clean up the outside of the building. Also spent $500,000 to add a police substation to the market and another $500,000 to install a fully licensed commercial kitchen.